should be fine, right?
Yeah, question one.
Now, question 1. When you prepare the cash flow statement, net worth statement, my concern is, now a lot of you have this concern. The cash flow statement, how should I categorize outflow or the fixed outflow and variable outflow? It is all depends on you. What I can say, the fixed outflow must be something fixed like mortgage, car loan. Other than that, okay, fixed should be like housing loan, car loan, insurance premium. Other than that, it's up to your flexibility. You want to put into variable or fixed. Like grocery, definitely variable. Children education, some people think that is variable. Yeah, can, no problem. Because children education, sometimes the teachers may charge more in the first month or second month, so you can put it under variable, no problem. But the fixed one must be there in order for you to calculate your TSR. To help you to understand how to categorize fixed, whatever that may affect your TSR. Okay? Then, when it comes to net worth statement, cash or cash equivalent, investment assets, and personal use asset. Now, the cash or cash equivalent should include something that can be easily converted into cash. FD, savings. If you think your life insurance cash value is liquid asset, you can put it in. But if you think that you are not going to use your insurance cash value, you want to put to investment, no problem, can also. The gold can be your own collection or can be under investment, up to you. If you think that you are going to sell the gold next time, you can put under investment. But if you think it is under the personal use, you can put under personal use. Got it? Now, come to question 2. Question 2, yeah? Listen up. I'm not going to repeat second time. Don't email me about this one anymore, yeah? Now, when you want to find out what is the future value of the asset, first thing, you have to identify what do they have. Second, you have to identify what asset that you think they can liquidate in order to meet their retirement. Now, of course, like EPF, shares, market, all this, you know that you can liquidate. How about the house? How about the gold collection? How about the car? It is all depends on your group brainstorming idea. If you think that when they get old, it's okay for them to sell the house to get the money from the market value of the house and use the money to close the gap, you can suggest that. But you have to think, after they sell the house, where would they stay? In this case, if you suggest them to sell the house, after that, use the money to rent a place, cheaper place to ease their burden, yes, probably can. Because nothing is compulsory, nothing is obligated. 明白吗? If you think that they want to sell the house and get the money, subsequently where do they stay? You have to think, maybe they rent a small place, a small condominium, free of the hassle of maintaining the house. They don't need to worry about a lot of maintenance of the house, but they want to stay in condominium. Yes, it's actually a good choice for retiree, you know. So the answer is not just limited to definitely yes or no. It is all depends on your ideas. Second, just now I talked about the goal, right? If you think when they retire they want to sell the gold to get money, why not? When you get old, do you still want to put on a lot of jewelry and go outside? People may rob you, right? Yeah, you can just liquidate it and use it for yourself. If you say you don't want, they want to make sure they give the gold to the children, also okay, up to you how you write it. Understand? Okay, next is the rate. In the question, it's stated that they expect whatever return is 7%. If you think you don't want to look for other rate, you can respect their rate of 7%. You just use that rate. But if you think their rate of 7% is too high, not realistic, or too low, not realistic, go and suggest something that is realistic based on your research. But you don't tell me overall return 20%. Right not? 7%, 5%, 6%, I think should be fine. can tell you that it's very, very likely that they are not able to close the gap. The amount is so huge, right? If you can really close the gap, something not right. Or way too good, which means that you're too optimistic that they can close the gap with unrealistic return or unrealistic suggestions or assumptions. I can tell you very unlikely to close. But when it is not likely to close, what can you do? You can do a lot of suggestions. First thing, like they should delay their retirement, maybe. They can lower down their expected expenses per month. Or what? They can like relocate from a more expensive place to a small place. Like that is the case where you suggest them to sell the house. Instead of staying in KL, maybe stay in Perlis. If their hometown is there, maybe lah, okay? Or you may suggest them to engage in post-retirement job that is less capital intensive, like becoming a writer or whatever if their hobby it is, or becoming a videographer. Like now everything is internet content, right? They can do a lot of things. Even though people who are already old, they still can contribute, right? Post-retirement job. What else? What else? That is for you to think. You can think, you can ask your best friend on the internet. You know what I mean, right? Okay. They can suggest what are the ways to close the gap. Okay, what else? What else, yeah?
Is he leader? No, don't gamble. Just spend options trading. Trade options. Because it's better.
Hold on.
Less risk. More less risk. What? Don't tell you better all. Up.
Okay, now, under the recommendation part, I asked you to suggest maybe 4 to 5, right? Like you can invest in REIT or ETF or unit trust or whatever. So when you suggest, don't just tell me they should invest in unit trust, full stop. You should suggest okay, they can invest in unit trust, but you don't need to explain what unit trust is because we all know already. You should explain as if they invest in unit trust, what would be the expected return? It's not in the case. You have to do the research. You have to research which companies unit trust you trust. And what is the overall return for the past 5 years or 10 years? You use an average amount. Then use that rate to project their investment to future. So, in order for you to complete question 2, your question 1 have to work together. In order for them to work, to get the future value of part 2, right? It is all depends on what fund, how much surplus they have. Or if you want to restructure whatever they have from the net worth statement, you also have to tell. And avoid double counting, remember? Because you already calculated what they have. If you want to restructure, you have to think of, you just now already calculated what they have. Now if I want to restructure their portfolio, how should I juggle that? 明白吗？就是本来我已经算了它的 have 变成 future value， 可是我知道还是一个 gap 嘛，然后它的 future value of 这个 current asset， 它的 current asset 我要用来做更好的东西，我要 restructure， 我要 allocate， then you have to think of how to do that. Don't keep on email me to ask, Miss, should I calculate cash value? Should I calculate cash equivalent? And all that. Think you have 5 to 6 great minds in a group. It is okay to get wrong. You will not get 0 at all, you know. At least you try to think what should be the way. There are so many resources out there that can help you to think about that. Understand? 明白吗? And whereas for the last question, it is about the view, right? Yes, I have not thought about that yet, but student, do your own reading. Okay, do your own reading. Understand what is view, what is trust. Then you can comment which one is suitable for them. Can be both, can be one or two. Justify why. Why will, why trust, or why both? 明白吗? Okay? I hope I made myself clear. One more thing. Okay. Attendance.